Hey guys, welcome to a very quick how-to video in Season 3. Now if you're looking this up, you might have encountered something that is a straight up bug or glitch in the game. It is the immigration glitch that only happens when you are on very hard difficulty. And I'm going to show you how to get around it in a few ways, and you can choose what you prefer as the way to get around it. So here's the issue of the immigration glitch. If I put down a bunch of houses here, something weird is going to happen when we cross 200 population. So just to speed this up, I'm going to put down some wells here, just to get things going, and to make sure nothing burns down, I'm just going to do this. And you're going to see an issue that happens. So let's speed it along here. The population will go up like normal, and it's fine, people are moving in, and then as soon as it crosses 200, something odd is going to happen, and we're not going to be able to get past it unless we do something. So you'll see here, people are disgruntled. People are grumbling and all is not well in your city. And if you check the advisors over here, it says people are annoyed with you. And that has nothing to do with unemployment. It has nothing to do with taxes. It has nothing to do with wages, nothing. Once you cross 200 people, this happens. People start moving out. And they'll move out until it's below 200, and then they'll get happy again, and then they'll move back in, and then they get unhappy, and this will go on forever. And you can see this is so frustrating. If you just drop the difficulty by 1, people will move in like normal. And see, once it crosses 300, I could put the difficulty back up to very hard, and people just remain happy, right? You can see here, people are annoyed with you, but okay, they're a bit sick now, but see, at this point, yeah, they're unhappy. So the glitch happens between 200 and 300 people. And just to prove that, I'll just replay this and show you that it wasn't health, because that can be a thing. And for example, we could even get a blessing from Venus. So we could straight away try and get that going. Let's see, let's hold a large festival for Venus. We can drop taxes to 0. We can increase wages 8 above what Rome pays, because 8 is the maximum for happiness. And we can try bring all these people back. Let's clear some space here. Make sure nothing burns down. And I'm just proving here that it is actually a glitch, and it's not supposed to happen like this. Do that. So people are gonna move in, cross 200, there's the festival. And see, people just get upset between 200 to 300 people. And there's like nothing you can do about that. And that's just a glitch. And again, of course, if I just drop the difficulty to hard and wait for people to cross 300 and then raise the difficulty again, you'll see it's not about being at very hard. People continue to move in. And see, Venus sends a feeling of goodwill. And people don't move out. It's got nothing to do with unemployment. We're at 90% unemployment, and people are extremely pleased with me. So that is the immigration glitch. Now, there's a few ways to get around it. One, of course, is to temporarily drop the difficulty. And some people are okay with that. Some people are not okay with that. But here's the way to get around it without dropping difficulty. So we're going to make sure we are on very hard. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 7 2x2 houses. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We're gonna start with that. We're gonna put down a prefecture, engineer's post, and what I like to do is I like to put one of each temple to make sure the gods are actually happy. So this is the formula that I use every time, and then we're gonna have to do a little bit of a trick. So put 7 2x2 houses. Put one of each temple, prefecture, engineer's post. There we go. And I always like to throw an immediate festival for Mars, because if we do get an early invasion, a Mars blessing will help. Now, if you want, you can drop taxes, and you just to sort of save, well, try and keep them happy, but it doesn't really matter. And with this initial population, you should be able to support a little bit of an export. So if you check your exports, for example, on this map, we can export furniture. What I can do is I can put down a timber yard and a couple furniture workshops just to get things going, and a warehouse for that furniture, right? So we can actually start making some money before we actually get through this. Also, we do want to provide water to these houses. So there we go, that should do. So then, if we speed the game up, people will move in. There we go. Get the houses evolved. Make sure they all evolve. If any of them don't evolve, drop a plaza or something, but the temples should do it. There we go, all of them are evolved, and 7 2x2 houses will bring you to just below 200 people. It'll be like 196, there we go. So that's 196. Then what you want to do is you want to wait 2 months to be safe, but because every month only a certain number of immigrants can move in. So we can check we actually have unemployment, so we can actually support extra timber yard and furniture workshops. So let's go ahead and get those going. There we go. That will start stockpiling some furniture so we don't go into debt. And Neptune grants us a blessing, all right? So then it's past May to June. We're gonna wait until July. Just make sure a full month has passed. And there's that blessing from Mars that we really wanted. There we go, we're in July. And now what you need to do is you need to get 100 people, or actually more like 150 people, worth of immigrants on the map without the population crossing 200. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this side, and we're just going to build a very simple block. It doesn't need to be a lot of houses, so it's just like a small block, doesn't really matter. There we go. And what we're going to do is build a well maze. So here, there's 2 ways to get through this, and I'm gonna block off one of the ways with wells. Now, why wells? Because it's the cheapest. They're 5 per tile. If you're lazy, you can use walls, but they're 12 per tile, more than double the cost. So wells are the cheapest, and just make sure you fully block off that way. So now the immigrants can only walk through that way. Now, you make sure you don't completely block it off. You can just draw a road to make sure there is a way through, but you don't have to. Just make sure there is a way through. And then we're gonna build houses over here. Now, extra trick, build the first houses you want to move in first, and then later. So that they will move in the order you place down the houses. So we're trying to sync up immigrants. I'm gonna place on the furthest side first, and then on this side, and then on this side. And that's probably already gonna be enough, but I'm gonna overdo it, just to be absolutely safe. And you see I place it like that so they'll move into the furthest ones first, and also just to make sure, prefecture, engineer's post, and a doctor. Right? So now the immigrants are going to start moving in. And what we're going to do is we're going to try sync up 2 separate streams, right? We're going to sync up 2 streams. So here comes the immigrants, and you'll see what I mean by streams when we get down to here. So they're going to come all the way down to here. And just before they hit here, because as soon as one immigrant moves in, the immigrants will stop because they'll cross 200 population. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break a far away well to increase the walk time. Just as they're gonna reach here, I'm gonna break that, and I'm gonna block this off. There we go. And they're gonna have to turn around, right? Make sure you do break this first, otherwise they'll just despawn and this whole area will disappear. But now you can see we've got one stream coming down here, and one stream is gonna go over there. And as soon as these guys reach there, you break this open and you get 2 streams which are synchronized so that the most number of people move in at the same time. So you can see here, oh, there's another blessing there. So here we go, they're just about hitting there, and we break this open. So now, you see, we've got 2 streams, almost synchronized. It's not perfect, but you get it as close as possible. This way, the most number of immigrants are on the map, and people haven't moved in yet, so that glitch hasn't hit. So now you'll see they'll move into the furthest back ones first, and then to the ones in the front, which just makes things even more efficient. So here we go. They start moving in, and as soon as it crosses 200, you'll see immigration will stop. In any second now. Once people are disgruntled. It does take a little bit. Oh, we get a feeling of, there we go, people disgruntled. Despite a blessing from Venus, people are annoyed with you. And immigration will stop there we go, it stopped. And also, important note, people will start moving out because they are disgruntled. Look at that, they start moving out. So that means you need more than 100 people on the map moving in, because as it goes up, it will start going down. Look at that. He's gonna move out. But then we cross 300 people, and you just have to wait for a little while, and wait until people become happy again. There we go, we can just speed it up. And immigration will resume once happiness resumes. Is it? People still annoyed? Don't worry. People still annoyed? Don't worry. It sometimes takes a couple months. Oh, we're actually about to run out of money. Oh, but people have stopped moving out. So that's good. That's good. I think now people are just annoyed because of employment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop a cement. There we go. That'll do. And also, because we did actually open up, well, start making resources, just go ahead and sell that with your starting population. That drops that. And just to make sure, you know, usually you would be doing other things as well when you do this. So there we go. And now people should be indifferent. There we go. So it takes like 2-3 months. People become indifferent and then they start moving in again. And once you're, basically the glitch only happens between 200 to 300 population. So once you're past 300 people and people are not moving out anymore. You saw people were annoyed, but they weren't so annoyed that they were moving out. You know, so once they've stopped moving out of your houses, your population has stabilized, you can clear the well, or what I like to call the well maze, because you can make the maze like a tower defense and make it really elaborate, but you try to use the natural terrain. But there we go. We've solved the immigration glitch without dropping difficulty. Now, this is a bug, so no problem just dropping difficulty for 100 people and then doing that. But you know, if you're doing a challenge saying, oh, very hard challenge or something like that, then you don't want to drop the difficulty. That's how you get around the immigration glitch. All right, so that's everything you need to know about surpassing the immigration bug in Caesar 3. Hope this has been useful, or at least interesting to you, because Caesar 3 is riddled with bugs. This is just one of the many. But yeah, this one has stumped quite a few people who have started up a playthrough on very hard, because originally the game back in 1998 did not have a very hard setting. The maximum difficulty was hard. So if you played the game back in the day on max difficulty, or what you thought was max difficulty, well, that was hard. Very hard was patched in later, so if you played the CD version back in the day and you bought this off of GOG now, well, you might not have realized that very hard is a new setting. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. If you'd like to see more city building doctor content where I fix up cities or city building gameplay, there's plenty on the channel if you'd like to see that. But yeah, and also how to get the game into HD widescreen, that's all linked down below as well. Alright, besides that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I will see you in the next video.